This video will contain spoilers from the world and story of Subnautica and Subnautica Below Zero. Please beware. Now, if there is one thing that I think Below Zero does incredibly well, it is building a mystery, but at the same time, helping us answer some of the questions we have been asking ourselves since the beginning of the first game. Amongst those questions would be basically everything related to the mysterious race of the Precursors, or, if you will, architects. These things have undoubtedly been a pivotal point for the story of both of the Subnauticas and the entire universe as a whole. And I think it is no exaggeration when I say that today might be the most important day, well, in the entire story of the Precursor race, as, yes, not only do we now get to know exactly what the Precursors looked like, we get to interact with one and even, well, build it ourselves. And that is exactly what we will be doing today. No, I'm not gonna lie, I did have a different video planned out and it was already in the works, but when I saw this come out, I knew that, well, I just wanted to cover it as soon as possible. So today's video will once again be more of a commentary let's play-ish style video where we will together get the first look at what the Precursor is, and well, we'll see if we can come up with some theories or interesting facts right on the spot. So, with that, get ready to jump into survival mode, make sure there's enough room in your brain for another alien or two to squeeze in, and let's go. Alright everyone, so this is where we are. This is the Fabricator base, which you can find in, well, I mean, this huge crystal cavern. And, well, let's just go on in and see what we get.
What is this place?
A fabrication facility. With the necessary data, we may be able to construct here an alternative organic storage medium.
To us, there's no difference between the body and the person inhabiting it. How do you see it?
Identity is more a matter of pattern than substance. I am an idea, not a set of physical components.
Then why not just stay safe inside your computers?
The same reason you did not stay safe on your homeworld.
Then why don't we just copy you into a fish?
First, that would reduce my capacities further. Second, you may enjoy having a passenger, but I prefer to drive.
It sounds like you need your independence, and you're asking if I'm willing to help you.
No, I am telling you what to do.
Sam could tell you how rarely that works. Fortunately for you, our needs overlap. Can you tell me anything more?
Which formats do you accept?
Words, mostly.
I have added the information to your database.
Okay, so that was definitely a mouthful. I'm probably gonna put some kind of footage over it since I didn't really have much to do. But this is what we were given here. So clearly, I mean, we know that the Precursors have advanced to the level where, for them, their physical manifestation of their biomechanical body is just really a tool that they use. They don't really have an attachment to it. I mean, I think that was very apparent from the dialogue we just received. Now, this is an interesting part. Supposedly, even though it is possible to copy your own data and duplicate yourself, well, to infinity, that is definitely not something that is considered, well, suitable for their culture, which is definitely an interesting touch. But basically, what this giant room is, it seems like a very advanced, well, fabricator space. This thing appears to be the fabricator itself, where you are able to grow said biomechanical body. And so I'm guessing we're going to need some components for this, and I'm also guessing it's the 3 that you can scan in the game. After a very quick tinkering with console commands, here we are. So we clearly need 3 parts to construct our, well, our very own architect, and seemingly for the first time see what they actually look like. I mean, look at this though. Just the size of this arm. I mean, we know how efficient Precursor technology can be. Our own fabricator is super tiny, and I mean, I'm guessing that kind of technology that they have is way beyond anything we do. So clearly the amount of effort it takes to construct one of these things is immense. But well, let's see it for ourselves. Alright, so here's our first part. Just judging from the picture, it looks like skin, but yep, architect tissues. Let's do it. And I did have to enable UI for this just so that I can see what I'm clicking onto. Okay, so this is the piece that we were able to scan previously. I've discussed this in a video already. Back then we concluded it does look like an exterior, and I mean, it was supposed to be kind of leathery, so that's definitely something. And then I'm guessing this will be maybe the inner frame or skeleton. Yes, that is the skeleton. Definitely requiring some advanced materials. When here we see the skeleton of the, well, machine slash creature. I mean, it definitely shares some similarities with our skeleton. The rib cage is quite a bit different, but you do have a spine. You have what seems to be a very clearly defined skull, and presumably, you know, 2 extensions for where some sort of an arm would attach. Well, let's see what the last thing is. I'm guessing these are the organs then. Yep, that would be correct. Oh, and there they go.
The process can be initiated from the terminal.
That one did not detract, interesting enough, but that might be a bug. And apparently we can now begin the process. So those are all, that's everything that you really need. And I mean, while that might seem like a lot, if you think about it, that actually means that it's not that difficult to build one of these things. And granted, what we're building here might not necessarily be, you know, like I said, the way all of them look, since I am sure with this kind of technology you would be able to modify each body to fit its specific purpose. I'm pretty sure that was supposed to retract inside. Okay, I think that's a bug. Let's just try that again. Quick bug issue resolved. Here we are. Everything has lit up. I mean, look at this place. I'm guessing there's just like the amount of energy necessary for this. I mean, once again, that whole arm, we have something providing this ambient lighting. All of the components have retracted inside, and what's really interesting is, look at this. There are more, well, containers here. I mean, they're different, but you know, you have to think that something like this could be used to produce all kinds of machinery. Maybe not just precursor bodies, but let's do this. Okay, I mean, it is somewhat similar to our fabricator. It's quite a bit bigger. And I mean, I'm gonna guess it is more advanced, but there it is, our components. And we finally get to see what they look like. Well, it looks like that statue was, I have to admit, it was quite close. Oh my god, okay. Oh boy. And there it is.
What now?
That's a precursor. Oh my god. Look at this thing. I mean, it definitely got rid of a lot of that green and it's just shining with all that purple. I mean, the statue is definitely accurate. They have 4 legs and what appears to be a remnant of a tail. So once again, I mean, this kind of makes you wonder, since these bodies are constructed, why would they have something like that? It's not like with humans where we have certain organs and body parts which, you know, slowly evolved away as we stop using them. Here you can have a body that could basically be constructed into, well, just about any shape you need. So you would think it would be purely based on what is necessary and perhaps some aesthetic added to it, but I do really wonder why something like a tail or a partial tail would be present. I mean, 4 legs I could understand maybe for maneuverability, but that one I'm not too sure about. Okay, let's keep going. I am actually going to bring the UI back just so we can see any subtitles. Initiate transfer. Okay, well, let's do this. Well, that's horrifying. Jesus. Ooh, that was just some heavy steps. Hi?
It has been some time since I last stretched out in so many dimensions.
Nice. Oh boy.
Like waking from a dream.
Okay, hold up. Hi? She did the hi as well. Oh, look, they changed color. Now it's more purple.
There are some
And now it's more
remnants.
blue.
Would you like your memories of me removed as well?
No.
Very well.
So this is it. You're free to betray me or disintegrate me or...
I will not do those things.
Well, that's nice of you.
Because we've become friends?
I need access to the
Jesus.
mountain facility where I was awoken.
Why? What's in there?
Our freedom.
Our freedom.
Are you not an enemy of your people now?
I'd prefer we think of it as selective disloyalty.
They will not seek to
Okay.
capture and dissect you.
No. At least not if Sam has anything to do with it. Altera
Jesus.
isn't known for its moral nuance.
There's so much happening. I'm sorry for not saying much, but wow. I mean, this is incredible. I can talk to him or talk to them. I don't think it's really...
To access the facility, we require a white tablet.
We've been looking for the same thing. I might be able to help.
Very well. I will remain and do what I can from here. Keep me
A
informed
white
of your
tablet.
progress.
I mean, I think I know where to get one, but... Are you kidding me? What did we just witness? Well, first of all, just the speed at which this thing moved makes me take everything I said about the construction of its legs back. You clearly don't need any stability. You can basically teleport in this body. And I mean, here we see that their technology goes far beyond what we thought. I mean, looking at these robotic arms, it's fairly clear that all of the construction in these bases, I mean, they're able to just interact with it on a level that is completely beyond our technology. Just seemingly with their consciousness, they're able to construct these arms and tools, and you can see that each of the arms is slightly different. I mean, these ones seem to be adjusted for, well, whatever typing that the machine is doing right now, but each of them is slightly different, and I wouldn't be surprised if their configuration is completely up to the precursor or architect in control. I mean, we saw them basically turn into what you could presume to be like nanomachines or something. That is crazy. Let's continue looking at this thing for a little bit more while we're here. One thing that is definitely worth noting is the colors changing. I mean, you know, we mentioned, and I mentioned, a lot of the green that is in all the aesthetics of everything. But the precursors, they seem to change their color based on perhaps mood or interactions. I mean, when we were talking, the body changed color quite a few times, from green to blue to red, and now to this purple. So I'm wondering, maybe if in their society this is one way of communicating. I mean, obviously they're able to just communicate telepathically, but anyways, that was absolutely incredible. Now guys, I know there is a lot more to find out in regards to this quest line, and of course to continue what we started here. However, I think this is a good drop-off point. One, to keep the video kind of rounded, and two, to still keep some mysteries for either future videos or for when the game eventually releases. Now, I apologize if the commentary in the gameplay-ish part was a bit more sporadic, but there was so much happening that I found it really hard to think of things on the spot, and I also had to stop myself from fanboying quite a bit, so I think you all understand. Now, to be perfectly honest, I feel like from our assumptions and theories already, we could have guessed a lot about, well, what the precursors actually look like and how they interact with the environment, but what this has really served as is the confirmation for all of those theories. Yes, these things are incredibly technologically advanced. They can interact with their technology on a completely different level, seemingly just with their consciousness, shape it and change it into whatever they will. And of course, as we already knew, hopping bodies is definitely not something new to them. But on that incredibly exciting note, I'm going to end this video, so I hope you guys enjoyed and are just as excited as I am for the eventual release of Subnautica Below Zero. If you liked this video, maybe consider leaving a like, commenting, or subscribing. All of those would be very much appreciated. And if there's anything I missed, or perhaps you have something else to add, maybe a theory of your own, make sure to leave that down in the comments as well. I would very much like to read them. Now with that, I'm going to wish you a beautiful rest of the day, and I'll see you in whatever next video I make. Bye bye.